Hey, Basement Tapes 51. This is John Keating with that 70s Card Show. In case you're lost, we are getting into some good, fun times in the 1950s here. We're talking about Bowman. We're talking about 1954 Bowman. More importantly, we're talking about 1954 Bowman football. Let's take a look here. Scrolling down into my magic collection of 5,234 plus different type cards. Let's see if we can find some Bowman football. All the way down the bottom, Beckett OPG could be better at this, but there have been no improvements for a very long time. 1954 Bowman football, I have 19 of these bad boys, and Beckett has a very detailed description of these cards. And let's get into that all right. So 132 cards, $21.18 average value, $2,796 total value. Measuring 2.5 by 3 3/4. The 1954 set consists of 128 cards. Cards were issued in 7-card 5-cent packs and 1-card penny packs. Towards the bottom of the photo is a white banner that contains the player's name, team name, and mascot. The card's back features the player's name in black print inside a red outline of a football. The player's statistical information from the previous season and a quiz are also on the back. The Wizard White in this set is not Byron White, the Supreme Court Justice, but Wilford White. Wilford is the father of former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Danny White. The Bill Walsh in this set went to Notre Dame and is not the Bill Walsh who coached the San Francisco 49ers in the 1980s. The mid-series, cards 65 through 96, is very tough to find in relationship to other series. Rookie cards in this set include Doug Atkins and George Blanda. So 128 cards, total cards is 132 when you factor in some variations. We'll get into that in a minute. Complete set, $750 to $2,000, depending on condition. 56 total rookie cards, including variations most likely. Let's look at who the top 3 cards are as far as value per Beckett. I would guess Blanda's up there, maybe Gifford, and Emlyn Tunnel, maybe. Let's see what we got here. Nope, I was wrong. It was George Blanda, Doug Atkins, and Frank Gifford are your top 3 valued cards, and some other people further on down the road. So let's go over to TCDB and see what they have to say about the 1954 Bowman. Of course, 128 cards, 2.5 by 3 3/4 inches. Teams represented in this set are the Baltimore Colts, Chicago Bears, Chicago Cardinals, Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, Los Angeles Rams, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, Pittsburgh Steelers, San Francisco 49ers, and the Washington Redskins. Of course, football blazing the way across the continent, and West Coast football was a thing in 1954, several years before, actually several even more years before baseball was to do the same later in the decade. Errors and variations. We have Arlene Chanois, misspelled Chanoy on the back. That's card 49. We have Tom Finnan. His card is misspelled with an A-N on the front and I-N on the back. So A-N and I-N. So there's two misspelled versions of Finnan, but at least they got it on the back correct on 97B. Now, Emlyn Tunnel, he is the recipient of 3 cards in this set, 102A, B, and C. Last name misspelled, Tunnel with 1 L on front. Name correctly spelled with 2 L's, with a smaller L close to the rest of the letters, and a name correctly spelled with a larger L separated from the rest of the letters. So let's take a look at 102B, and we'll see here. We can clearly see that there was some sort of typeset problem there in the Emlyn Tunnel 102B card. Emlyn Tunnel, we'll read a little bit about him in a minute, maybe, but certainly a wonderful football player back in the 50s. And Hall of Famers, you say? There are 28 of them in this set, including the 3 Emlyn Tunnel cards that we just discussed. So you have people like Doug Atkins, Joe Perry from Aerosmith, Norm Van Brocklin, Pete Pijos, Ollie Matson, Tom Fears, George Blanda, Elroy, Crazy Legs Hirsch, Otto Graham, Doak Walker, Y.A. Tittle, Lou Groza, Bobby Lane, Hugh McElhenney, Frank Gifford, Chuck Bednarik, Charlie Trippi, James Finks, Leo, Nomalini, Les Richter, Lou Creekmer, Jack Christensen, Emlyn Tunnel ×3, Dante Lavelli, George Connor, and Ernie Stautner. Rookies, there are a lot of those, 60 of them. We won't get into that right now, unless you guys wanted to, but we won't. We just took a vote. Comments. My first cards, and I completed the set in 1954, says Jack Supra in 2015. And Roy Boy, Connecticut says the majority of the images I added are courtesy of Vintage Football Gallery, a great site with detailed information on older football sets. www.footballgallery.com. Packaging here, we can see some wonderful packages, full color, all sorts of weird browns and mustard yellows and plums and reds and whites. Full color picture card and bubblegum, Bowman's football. So 7 full color picture cards and bubblegum for 5 cents, according to this one pack. On the back of these packs, you could send in for a large college pennant of 36 different colleges. It says it retails up to $1, but you could get these for 25 cents each from the Bowman Gum College Pennant. 310 West Washington Boulevard, Chicago 6, Illinois. So a lot of colleges in there, none of which are my alma mater, Eastern Gateway Community College, but an oversight nonetheless. Gallery, let's go look at the gallery. Beautiful cards, beautiful poses. Ray Matthews from the Pittsburgh Steelers leads us off, card number 1. Number 25, halfback. He's just ready to go and kill some people there in the trenches as he saunters on by for a touchdown. Again, the backs of the cards are black and red ink printed on top of the standard card stock. I will tell you that if you didn't know by now, I have a tremendous soft spot in my heart for 1950s and 1960s football cards. Norm Van Brocklin, of course, looks like Larry Fine from the Three Stooges. Pete Pijos from the Eagles. Vito Perilli from the Green Bay Packers. Let's pick a random card here. Number 8. Let's go to the Art DiCarlo card from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Card number 71, Pittsburgh Steelers, Arthur DiCarlo, halfback, College, Georgia, residence, Youngstown, Ohio, age 23, height 6'3", weight 195. Art is starting his second year in the league. Last year, he played mostly on defense, where he intercepted 5 of the opponent's passes, returning them for a total of 83 yards. He was a two-way performer at Georgia, playing offensive and defensive end, as well as defensive halfback, safety, and backing up the line. Voted outstanding defensive player in the blue-gray game when that mattered way back then. Officials signals crawling, pushing, or helping a runner. Pushing movement of hands to front with arms downward. So apparently you couldn't not do the tush push back then in 1954. Football quiz. What player completed the most passes in one season? And the answer, if you were to flip this card actually upside down, you'd be able to read the answer. And it would say Sammy Ball, Washington, in 1947, completed 210 out of 354 passes. Again, wonderful cards, beautiful, vivid color on the front, posed shots, both kind of in their positional respects and also for portraits, but really absolutely incredible capsule in time. There's Emlyn Tunnel. He was a Iowa graduate and a resident of Garrett Hill, PA, a local boy here, as they say in Philadelphia. Beautiful cards again. Get some of these if you must. I am about, I guess more than 10% done this set, but not quite 20%. So I intend to keep adding to this as they come into my possession, not quite seeking them out, but I certainly will try to get more of these 1954 Bowman football cards, of which there are 128 plus variations. So that's it. 1954 Bows football. Cheers to all, and to all a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.